the time we invite the artists that we wanted to meet up in the studio, meet you up, and, well, tonight's guest, we go way back ever since I just turned 22 to 23, something like that. We go way back. Anyway, it's an honor to be able to bring her over to our studio. Lip J, welcome!
Woo! Thank you.
I mean, obviously, I bet 100% of our listener already know your existence. But in case if anyone doesn't know who you are, please introduce yourself, please.
Hello guys, Arirang Radio. This is Lip J. I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
I'm a giver. I'm a lover. I'm a lover.
Yeah. And you know what? I think you should add one more category to describe yourself, which is totem.
Really?
Yeah, because I started considering you as one of the totems I have in my life because, you know, I have to admit the fact that compared to a lot of who used to be my friends to who's still friends like yourself, until nowadays that became commercially successful over time compared to me. The fact that I get to keep on meet you guys like from time to time, that proves the fact that I'm doing my job properly. So
that's what I felt the same way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I met you today.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you in the studio with us. So how have you been? The last time we met was like a year ago.
Yeah. Like that period of time is like just the chaos, like right after the Street Woman Fighter finished.
And you had this endless streams of schedules every day, right?
Yes. It's been an amazing journey. Like right after that time I was really, really busy, but now I'm still like, I thought that the whole chaos and then the whole like hurricanes is like going down a little bit.
Really?
But still, I feel like I'm in the mission.
Wow.
Yeah. The thing, like the whole opportunity and then the things that I'm going to is like really amazing opportunities.
Oh, congratulations on your success. I did not know you. I mean, who would have ever imagined you to turn into like a superstar that pretty much every Koreans know about, right?
Oh.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
mentioned, we go way back. We met for the first time when I just turned, I forgot the precise time, but that's maybe when I was like 22, 23, something like that.
That's how
and back then you were...
우리 몇 살 차이 나지? How different?
Which year were you born?
88.
88. Wow. 대선배님. Well, I was born in 98, so... I'm a 98er.
98?
Yeah, so that makes us about...
Me. No, that's not
obviously,
how I remember.
Obviously, I was born in 91. So that makes us 3 years of age gap between our ages. So you were back then 26 or 25. So you were still young back then. And even back then, you were so immensely famous among the dancers that I knew of.
You mean like the underground scene?
Well, let's not call it an underground because you were known both in the mainstream scene and the underground scene, even back then too. So there was this friend, one of my friends, who we have in common, and a mutual one, who goes by the name of Shin.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Shin.
Yes.
So there was one day Shin came over to my shop and he started talking or bragging about you guys' experience, you guys' existence, both you and Monica.
Yes.
How great the experience was, him get to meet you guys in person and how much he respect you guys, etc.
Oh, yes.
After that we met, and the question is, when I first met you, I was kind of afraid actually.
Afraid of what?
Back then you guys were much more of a charismatic figure than you guys are now. Because as time passed and we gradually became a little bit more experienced. I wouldn't use the word older, but more experienced. You guys kind of soften up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Because we're getting older, older together.
And
do you remember that the first time Monica was created my first promotion video?
Yeah, that was the most.
And you
scary...
were there.
What?
You were there. Help us. Yeah, you were there. Help us. Like how can I say? Like holding the lights, and then you don't remember?
Was I there?
You were at the studio.
What?
Really? That time we were like that close.
Wow, I don't even recall me helping you guys out in the studio.
Yes.
So maybe I have this little bit of jibun or proportion to make you turn into a successful figure.
That was her whole all creation. So yeah.
You know what? Come to think of it, I think I wasn't that much afraid of you guys. The fact that I get to be at your studio, because if I were actually afraid of someone, I wouldn't be anywhere near around that figure. So maybe I had this kind of somewhat of a friendly relationship. I felt like it could be one way or it could be the other way around too. But the thing is, well, I really wish I could recall that moment. So the thing is, what was your first impression on me when you first saw me?
About you, Samuel?
Yeah.
Back then?
Yeah.
Because like it's like the similar image and then mood that you just described with me.
I was just like one of those crazy kids back in the days, right?
Because like since he was really young, he's been such a aesthetic. You know what I mean?
You know, no need to sugarcoat it. You can say all those bad things about me. I'm all open to that.
Yeah, that is not even the bad thing. Like you are so like always be so neat, and then always need to be like stylish, and so clean, and then like speak like how can I say? 너무 되게 정제되게 말하고. How can I say?
I don't know, be as polite as possible or try to sound classy.
Sound classy. Yeah. That's how I recall.
Well, that's what I still do though.
Now you feel like more friendly and then more louder and more like being so much friendly. Yeah. But back then you were like, you know, like the artistic vibe in Hongdae. He's like the typical character of like that. Like when you go to Hongdae, you can see those guys like typically.
Oh, now
he's like one of them.
Oh. Wait, nowadays we decided to call it, there's this new slang word in Korea, which was hipbyong or hongdaebyong, hongdaebyong, something like that.
You're like the 시조새.
I know. I was like the founder of hongdaebyong back in
Yeah. You never laughed like that before. You were left like You were like always like this.
Yeah. Doing that 합장 thing that G-Dragon always does.
Yes. It was so fun.
But to tell you the truth, I wasn't the only one having that kind of attitude. A lot of artists back in the days had similar attitude I had back in the days. And as an artist wannabe, because that was even way before I made my official debut back in 2015. So I thought that was the only given option I had.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought that's the attitude I should be aiming for in order to turn into one of those artsy singer-songwriter or producer, right?
Because and then back then I was communicating with you in Korean.
Right.
And your Korean was not that fluent as in English. So you speak really slow and
Was I
really,
not?
I mean, you fluently.
Yeah.
You're so fluent. But like choosing the word, the process is a little bit longer than choosing the word in English.
Surprising fact to find out, actually.
No, now you're being like so loud and the whole attitude is different. But back then in Korea, you were like low voice. 제가 생각하기에는 누나 like so serious.
You know, that seriousness got me to win two the best R&B album of the year at Korean Music Award, because up until I received my second award at that Korean Music Award back in 2019, I maintained that attitude. You know?
Oh.
So up until I turned 29, I was the type of person not that serious compared to when I was young, but I was more like, hey, hello.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly that voice. Oh my god.
Anyway.
I'm happy for you though.
You know what? I think it's going to take forever if we start talking about our
ice
past.
breaking. Yeah.
So, anyway, let's move on to your professional field. So, you are known as the best dancer in the whacking scene. And a lot of people might not be familiar with this genre, whacking.
Yeah.
Or whacking.
Whacking.
Yeah, so could you elaborate or kind of walk us through the history of whacking?
Oh my god, you really want to start with that?
I mean, try to make it as short as possible, but we're all ears. Yeah.
This dance is a dance on the disco type of music from since like 1970 to 1980. And then it has been really an iconic dance because of the like it influenced by the diva such as Donna Summer and Donna Rose, like all of those like diva kind of disco music.
Okay.
And it's starting from the gay underground community.
Okay.
And then so it looks like very similar in locking and popping, like breaking all of those underground street dance. But also whacking dance style is like the kind of different scene. Like it's like 이성애자 그룹이랑 조금 다른 씬에 있었어.
So it depends on the gender
yeah,
thing. Okay.
Yeah. So when they dance on this type of dance, they feel like really free.
Okay.
After like, cause like all this movements we describe is like really throwing, like it's like aimed to the joyful of the freedom of the life.
Okay.
And they can be themselves. So this is like the whole motto of this dance.
Okay.
And then we dance to the disco music. But now, we describe every kind of music with our like hands moving and then the pose and then like all the posters and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much lifestyle than just dance.
So I guess for the people who's still confused what what the difference between whacking and locking is, whacking is more like the one with a lot of throwing gestures in it, while locking being a lot more of a strict and very solid moves involved in it.
You know it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah, because like whack itself, like you can imagine 의성어. Like when you see the cartoon back then, like when you like punch, like there's like a 말풍선, like whack, like pow. Those kind of 의성어.
Okay.
So they, how can I say, got that into the dance style of the movement.
Okay.
So like they started calling with that. It's like
Okay.
there's so many history behind the name title of it, but lock, it means literally lock yourself. 잠궈요. And then whack, it's like literally you just like out of yourself. Yeah. So that's why.
Well, I'm a little, to be completely honest, I'm just saying, but I'm still a little confused about that 말풍선 thing, which is a conversation.
Oh, like when you saw the cartoon.
Yeah.
There's a like 말풍선 있잖아요.
Yeah.
그 만화 보면은 그 때릴 때 when you punch something, there's like poop,
Okay.
cow, 약간 like those kind of 소리를.
Oh, now I get it. So whacking is all about expressing those kind of sounds without even making a sound with your body.
I mean, they get the idea.
Okay.
Put the name on it.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, perfectly well.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, all the listeners?
Yeah, I think they understood already. I'm the only one probably not understanding. So, I mean, I understood it, so most of it already listened to it, I bet. Anyway, you started off your career as a dancer professionally at the age of 18.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how did that happen in the first place?
Actually, I was starting Korean traditional dance when I was 10, but on 18, I just saw the like jazz dance and K-pop dance, those kind of thing. So I really wanted to put myself into the word called dance because I'm really interested in it and I love about it.
That's one thing I didn't know about you. So you started off learning Korean dance at the age of 10?
Korean traditional dance when I was 10, but it was not consistency.
Okay.
So I was dancing the Korean traditional dance till like I was 13 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of your dance career, so back in 2014, we're going to kind of skip time by a lot, but the thing is, 2014, so there was this contest you participated called Sela Whack, right? And there was this... Yeah?
Wow, you guys researched like this far?
All thanks to
Oh my
our
god,
main
I'm
writer.
talking about Stella Wag in radio.
So how was the experience like beating the Ibuki, who's known as the legendary whacker?
Yes.
Then?
Oh, Ibuki, she's like the most famous and powerful whacker back then at that moment. She's like the whole icon character, and then like how she moved was like really powerful, and like she hit every beat in the music and stuff. So for me to like being as an opponent of her is like, oh my god, how am I gonna do? I'm not that strong enough to compare with her, but I'm kind of soft way of moving. So I don't think that my movement could, persuade the crowds if I beat with her. But then actually, Battlefield is like a body talk.
Right.
It's like a talking one versus one like this.
Right.
Even though how you pronunciation and then how you talk, the way of you talk is like very noisy. It's like the way everybody have their own way.
Right.
Yeah. Even though that I know how to like get through with it.
Okay.
If I'm in a genuine And then if I really want to talk with you, then the conversation is work.
Clever.
Yeah, so how she speak to me was like really sharp and strong, but I know how to speak through myself, like kind of really soft and then like, you know, watery. So yeah, I just be myself at the moment.
Wow, you really know how to build a defense mechanism for yourself when it comes to battling with other dancers.
Yeah, like her, all of her good thing, I don't have it. But all of my good things, she don't have it. So
Okay, nice.
toughest song, yeah.
Okay, anyway, we might have to skip a little more time and now move on to speaking a little bit about your career as being a master at this variety show, Boys Planet, right?
Wow, like that.
I was a little confused when I saw this name, Chaebewon. Who's Chaebewon? And later I found out it stands for Zero Base One. Of course I know them.
Yes, you know them.
Yeah, how was the experience like?
It was wonderful. Like that probably the most wonderful and how can I say? There was no complaint at all the whole time when I was in the shooting. Cause like for me it's too lucky that being at the spot as a master to see them like their own passion and then they fight themselves to be more great. And then every time I get to see them, like they get better than last week. They get better than a day before. So it just gives me so much inspiration. Just look at them. So I also learn from them. And then because of the inspiration, I also share to my ideas and then my know-how to them. Yeah, so we grow together in the show. So it was really amazing experience.
So I'm assuming since you guys spend so much time together throughout the whole show, you must be so attached to the members of Chaebewon. Is it correct?
Attached to the members?
Yeah.
Not like, how can I say? Not like closely or like often. But like I get to know all the like what they're doing right now, and they just released the album and then they doing the concert. They actually doing the fan concert next Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard the news. So I just wanted to like send them a like shout out and then sure move.
Oh, good for them. Good for them. You know, I mean, due to the limitation of usual TV broadcast, TV variety shows, you guys don't have time to speak to each other, right? So if you were to say anything to the member to cheer them up, could you kindly say a word to them, like make it real short?
Yes, because like right before the shooting, right? They are keep practicing on the alley, right before on the stage, and then I pass through them to go to master room, and there was like just a few moments that I can, you know,
briefly talk to them, right?
Yeah, so like, oh, 힘내, 화이팅, and they were like so overwhelmed about themselves, and then like just keep practicing, and they're like, 감사합니다, like this. Yeah, it's so, that is so pure, and then like I can absorb all the like pure passion from them. Like, so 너무 예뻐.
So it's actually really good to hear. It's not just one way of you giving something to them. You also receive something from them, which is so valuable, right?
For sure.
As a master. So you must be so proud to go through the variety show. And with that, I think it is time for us to listen to one of the recommendation songs from you, actually. One of the songs you brought for us all tonight?
Yes. Yeah? So right after this topic, and then I give you the recommend song. Right. It seems like it's supposed to be Chaebewon's song. Right. Oh my god! But I'm sorry. I like you guys also like can figure it out and then find the song. But my first song is The First Love in 17 from 전영란, 수린, 리부펑.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is the name? Because like
I
don't really familiar with this song, but you know, I have my uncle who's running the LP bar in Hongdae.
That's a new information I learned just now.
You have to visit there because you really love it. You're gonna love it. And then I went there like last week. Okay. And then he played this song. Yeah. And it's like so unique and so like the whole music vibe is like really give me such a new vibe. Okay. Like do you know that song? 나는 가슴이 두근거려요. You know that song?
I gotta be honest, you sound a lot better at singing than I do. Anyway.
Oh, I think the mic is really good. So that one is like 민요.
Okay.
And then it collab with jazz kind of vibe.
So this is the type of song that the traditional Korean styled music is being collaborated with a lot of modern stuff's elements in it?
Yes,
Okay,
that's correct.
I can't wait to take a listen to it. So shall we dive into it right away?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is 나는 17살이에요. The first Love in 17 by Prelude and 전영랑. Enjoy. Lovely song. I mean, wow, nice choice actually. That's the only thing I can say for now. And you know what? When a dancer chooses a song, they tend to be really picky when it comes to song.
yes, for
because
sure.
they need to hear a song that's actually danceable, right?
Yes.
Right. So do you consider this type of song to be danceable?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And then every sauce and then every beat and every element, instrumental inside of it is really like delicate.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I think I really want to continue this conversation about your dance journey, journey as a dancer. But the thing is, now it is time for us to learn more about your personal side by playing this word card interview. We play for you, how we prepare for you.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And all you got to do is just fill in the blanks from the sentences that I'm going to read out loud.
Yeah, this one. It's really tricky though.
Yeah. Take your time, it's okay.
어딨어?
It's page 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Found it?
I found it.
All right, let's go. So the first question. The charm of Lip J is blah blah.
Oh. Charm of Lip J is
Do-do-doom.
this.
Confidence.
Yes, it's confidence.
Okay. We're going to get back to it later. The biggest difference between Cho Hyo-won and Lip J is blah blah.
It's eyes.
Eyes? Okay, we're going to come back to it later. And moving on to the third one. The place I go to often these days is blah blah.
Oh, these days is studio for rehearsal and practice.
For sure. And I thought that I looked really cool dancing to blah blah song.
Every disco song.
Every disco song. Okay, good for you. Yep. And yeah, I was happiest when I heard the compliment blah blah.
Oh, that I'm genuine.
Genuine, okay. All right, moving on to the next one. When I'm bored at home, I do blah blah.
I do Netflix.
NNC, right?
Yeah, NNC.
Liv J is planning to celebrate her and Monica's parents' 60th birthday. I would like to ask,
This question is really tricky though.
yeah. So shall we skip it?
That could work, and
Yeah.
I also like if I have chance,
Huh?
I just write the answer. I would like to invite
Samuel so over to her mother's.
because since this is your show, so
Yeah, thank you. Okay, my ideal type right now is blah blah.
oh, okay, Mr. SpongeBob.
We're gonna come back to it later. If I won the lottery this week, I would do blah blah first.
I would like to give you the question about this once again. Like,
If
what
I
would you like
win
to-
the lottery,
yeah,
what I would do?
yeah.
I would donate it back to society.
Oh,
100% of it.
really?
Yeah. Because if you earn that much of amount of a money, all of a sudden you'll turn into greedy and you will eventually lose money. I know for a fact because I'm gonna be honest. I learned it from mistake that I made in the past. I lost huge amount of money back in the days just because of my mistake, and those money I earned within such a short period of time that I didn't get to appreciate it properly. So ever since then, my motto has always been this way: if I win the lottery, I'm gonna just donate it back, or
Very
perhaps
thoughtful.
invest in establishing a studio. Perhaps. Yeah.
Wow, that's exactly the same
Yeah.
idea that I just write.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know how much it's going to be, but I just want to buy a big studio because like right now, just researching for the whole big studio and then find another studio is really tricky.
Can't you afford to buy a big studio by now?
So I have no idea with this one. So like if I buy this and the rest of it, I just also wanted to like give
Okay.
it out to the society.
All right. Moving on to the last one. My concern these days is blah blah.
Yeah, this is like how to lose myself.
How to lose yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Since we covered every question, I'm going to go back to some of the questions that I thought your answers were interesting. So I'm going to go back to the biggest difference between Cho Hyo-won and Lip J is the eyes.
Because you find out already, Cho Hyo-won is me.
Yeah.
And then Lip J is kind of my alter ego.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of living in a dream. Like she
Okay.
got so much confidence and she can be reached, and then she on the stage.
Right.
Because like she's like a fake, how can I say?
Fake identification or
like
whatever.
환상적인
Right.
존재.
Mm-hmm.
So she can do everything. She can be anything. So her confidence and everything, her illusion is perfect. So her eyes is always being like so much confidence. But Jo Hyo-won in reality, she's just normal person, and then like this. So being on the stage, I feel like myself the how to open your eyes and how to close your eyes and how to see all the crowds and how to make eye contact with the team is like different.
Okay.
Because all of my mindset and then my switch is different already. So open the eyes.
Wow, I really envy you for having that kind of balance in your life as
I
a
don't have any
professional.
balance.
You don't? I mean, I'm not talking about the work-life balance. I'm talking about the personality thing, the characteristic thing, the difference between maintaining the difference between Hyowon and Lip J, because that is the most hardest thing as an artist. They somehow eventually become one.
Yes.
And you start become confused whether you're this one or that one, right?
Yeah, so that's why it's kind of more easy than just like separate.
Okay.
Like, few rooms that I can
Okay,
answer.
thank you for sharing. So moving on to this next one. The place I go to often these days is the studio.
Yes.
Could you tell us briefly about your latest work that you're working on?
We're going to have a like really interesting and then the deepest show as a Proudman. We go to Sync Next program, which is he just did it the last week of the July,
Right.
and then how he described his show is like really romantic and he just got everything on the stage.
Right.
And then that stage is like a dream stage for all artists.
True.
Yes. So how we preparing all the shows Think Next is like really interesting. We gonna like dance for the dance described as a life itself, literally. And every type of member, they describe themselves, the character like the 제목, the title is 쓰이지 않는 시옷. And then in life, which is 삶, 시옷으로 시작하는 every type of thema, we're gonna describe a bit. And then Monica will be direct the whole numbers. And then every 13 Proudman members will be described each number of the
words, right?
Yes, the words.
Okay,
right.
interesting approach. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the question about your ideal type being Mr. SpongeBob.
Oh.
Where'd that come from, Mr. SpongeBob? Like, are we actually talking about the yellow sponge thing? No?
No, this one, I cannot just describe like, okay, this is my ideal type.
Yeah.
But recently, I watched a SpongeBob show.
Yeah.
And then he seems like he has no worry. And he's so pure and that he can find so much good thing about every single situation.
Okay.
I want the person has to be really like positive and then needs to be like laugh all the time and wish he could like make me laugh all the time.
Okay.
So I need the positive and the no worry.
Okay.
To see things in life in a,
Lay back and chill type of person who would never worry about a thing and just somehow solves all the problems in his life.
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. Hope you find your ideal type in the future. And last but not least, my concern these days is how to lose myself.
How to lose it's like connected with this topic because like I need the person who
you can rely on.
No, rely on like the person who can see the life in perspective is really like positive and then not too much serious.
Because you're the type of person who would be serious?
I become easily serious.
Okay.
That I found myself. Like Jo Hyo-won is too much serious.
It's not a bad thing because that negativity is what got you into your place now.
But the thing is, people who see me, they don't think that I'm that much serious. Like inside of me is like, but outside of me is like calm and like nothing to worry about.
Well, hope you get better or somehow find a way to figure out a way for you to think more positively in the future.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to play a song for now. And I was actually surprised you brought this one. And it's an honor to be listed on your playlist?
Cause since I'm in your show.
Yeah.
And then you guys are having me.
Wait, this was just out of professional courtesy? That's
Yeah.
not just...
And then I have to not forget that you are like such a genuine and you're a pure artist. I love your like idea, and then I always love that the vibe that you always love about it. So recently I listened to your album that you just released. And then that is so romantic.
Right?
Like these days there's not so much track that gives me such a like flirty feeling. Most of the track there was like boom, like that.
This is the ride I'm driving.
Yeah, and then that cover is so smooth. And
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I love about this song.
Okay, let's have a listen to it right away. This is Love Eventually by Samuel Seo or Seo Samuel. Enjoy, guys.
Woo!
Lovely song, right? Thank you so
Lovely.
much for bringing this song for all of us to bless our ears. I'm so happy to listen to this
Me
masterpiece.
too.
Anyway, time to move on to reading some of the messages we received during the song break from our listeners, and I'm going to cover it one by one. So this one is from Rebirth End 1, says, I love it. I can't believe I'm here. Good to see you. Where did Monica go and come out alone? Did you tell Monica that you were going to be on this show that Sam's hosting? What's her reaction was like?
Yeah, I
Did you
told
tell her?
Yeah, I told her this morning.
Okay.
She's like, oh, Samuel, please say him hi.
Oh, yeah. The last time we met, it was actually during the meeting for the Sync
Sync
Next thing.
Next, yes.
And she bought me a cup of coffee. Thank you so much, Nuna. All right. So she said, good luck.
Yeah,
Okay.
cause like, I told her it might gonna be the English radio,
Right.
and then since like all team Proudman, we
Right.
study English all together, and then she's also studying English too.
I mean, you're fluent at speaking English, so...
So she's like really interested in all those things,
Okay.
like speaking those Englishes and stuff. So like, oh, good luck.
Cool. All right, now moving on to this next one from ZHNagya11 says, Hey Lip J, my most favorite dancer and the iconic queen. I'm a huge fan of you and it's really nice to see you on Radio'n. I was pretty busy today due to the exams. It ended quite well and I tuned in to relax, and since I have a 4-day break from exams, I have a question for you.
Ooh.
I am quite interested in whacking these days.
Ooh.
Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to start learning whacking?
In Korea? Yeah, there's so much studio, and then there's so many like good dancers you can search up until on the SNS. I'll throw, sometimes I just like throw good workshop on my stories too. So yeah, there's so many good whackers in Korea especially.
Oh,
So you can look up too.
Wow, that's a good info. You might want to keep in your mind, Zagnias, because she mentioned, she throws herself workshop as well.
Yeah.
So sign up for that, and perhaps you get to meet her in real life. Get an autograph, learning dance moves at the same time. Well, I'll be so happy to do so. Anyway, this next one from a Korean listener, Ina01 says, 언니, 영어까지 잘하는 줄 몰랐어요. 이 언니 못하는 게 뭐야?
잘 못해요.
하지만 이제 제가 영어를 못해서 못 알아들은. 그래도 언니 얼굴 실시간으로 볼 수 있어서 좋았어요.
내 목소리 좋잖아.
질문 하나. 무릎 수술하셨잖아요.
맞아요.
무릎 수술 이전과 이후 달라진 게 뭘까요? So long story short, this listener did not know she speaks fluent English, and recently she received a knee surgery. So what's the difference between before you getting knee surgery and after?
That I feel grateful of my body more.
Okay, that's the only difference? You don't feel like anything's bothering you while you're doing all those fancy moves?
Of course, like there's really big because I surgery of my joint.
Okay.
So there's so many things that I cannot do compared than before. But I just need to admit. And that's kind of not because of the physical, it's more about your mental.
Okay.
So I need to admit the thing that I have to recover, and I need to discover new movement for my new body.
Wow.
If I have my positive thought in my mind, then I could create new movements, and then because of these days also like new music. So yeah, I just need to live my new life.
Well, good luck on your restoration period, and hope your knee gets better in the future.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we're going to move on to this next one from Joshua17 says, Lip J, oh my gosh, am I looking at her right now? It is such a fun time. If you could teach Samuel how to dance, what kind of dance would you like to teach him?
Ooh.
This is a tricky
since,
question
like,
because
he's,
I
like-
myself as a momchi, to be
No,
honest,
because since like he's so stylish and he needs to be cool and he needs to be chill all the time. I don't want to teach him how to lose himself. I think you're like just like, rhythm.
there was
bouncing
this
the rhythm a
time
bit.
from the recent famous, I was going through this TikTok videos recently and I
Oh,
saw
really?
this dance from Lil Uzi Vert. Him dancing like this thing. I don't even know what they call this dance, but
Who though?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert.
You never heard of him before?
Yeah.
He's the one that got a diamond stuck on his forehead, no?
Oh my god.
Oh, he's actually a rapper, singer-songwriter, producer, all those things combined into one. And he came up with this new dance move that went viral on TikTok. And I was watching it and I thought it was really interesting. Maybe I should give it a go to start learning it. But I eventually failed to pull it off. So never mind. Yeah.
Go through it.
You know what? I'll show you later. Anyway, moving on to the last one from Mint Ove says, thank you for being the judge of Boys Planet. You proud of Zero Base One these days? What makes Onni happy these days?
Other than Zero Base One? What makes me happy? Just meeting him, like, who remember my
Past
youth.
self,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Oh,
To meet those kind of people and then still treat me the same and then talking about like the life.
no.
That was like the really precious thing in life.
Thank you so much for saying so. And unfortunately, it is time for us to wrap up since
Already?
time ran off. Yes, already. I'm going to have to ask you to do the last speech and call it a day. You want to add anything for our listeners, please?
Thank you for having me here, and it always pleasure to meet you and then talking with you. Yes! And it's been like, I wish you the best all the time. And then also the typhoon is like going in Seoul,
Right.
and hope everybody being safe and be healthy, be safe, be loved. And always don't forget about the romantic thing in life, like him. So, yeah. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for coming through the studio. With that, we're going to play this song to wrap up tonight's show by Laz and Proudman with Run Run and Call It a Day. This was your DJ Samuel. I'm going to meet you guys back tomorrow, same time, same place. And we're going to say goodbye all together in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
Bye.